Hi, welcome to your astrology forecast for November 6th through 12th, 2014. On November 6th, the moon in Taurus trines Mars and Pluto in Capricorn. So this is going to be a huge burst of power and energy in the areas of your career and your financial area of life. So you could make some major transformations and major strides towards your career, and in the process feel like you are getting what you are worth in the process, which I think I said in the process already. But anyway, the moon in Taurus opposes the sun in Scorpio, which is a full moon. This is great because you will be feeling a sense of completion when it comes to your resources, what you value, and your self-worth. And if you've been feeling in any area of your life unworthy, then you may sense some of that as well, because the full moon really, the way I see the full moon is when at the end of each, cycle, everything that you've been feeling up to the end of that cycle is going to be amplified, because the water that you have in your body is holding on to the emotions that you have. And when the full moon happens, it's like your emotions get riled up and you sense what's going on with you emotionally at an amplified rate. So when it comes to finances, it could be that you are having sort of a harvest of sorts. But if you haven't been feeling good about finances, then you may feel that as well, basically. All right, and then the moon in Taurus opposes Venus in Scorpio. So this is going to bring up some tensions in the areas of your relationships when it comes to finances and when it comes to shared resources and all of that. So there may be some changes that need to be made when it comes to all of that. All right, on November 7th, the moon in Taurus opposes Saturn in Scorpio, and they both square Jupiter in Leo. This is very similar to what I've been saying. Squaring Jupiter in Leo, we've been having a little bit too much fun, probably, and our wallets are probably feeling it. So we may need to pare back a bit on the spending when it comes to shared resources in particular. Moon in Taurus is definitely exacerbating it. And Jupiter in Leo is all about excess and excess fun. And of course, fun these days costs too much money. So there you go. All right, and then the moon moves into Gemini. This helps us to communicate how we're feeling, which is good, and look at our feelings a little bit more rationally and have conversations about our feelings. And also, we may feel closer to those in our area, perhaps going around having, running errands and chit-chatting with people a bit more than usual. And we may feel like doing more word stuff, wordy stuff, whether that's, a game or reading or talking with puns could be an option there. I like to be punny from time to time. Okay, November 8th, Mercury moves into Scorpio. This is bringing our communication at a very deep level. We can get to the bottom of things. We can investigate easier, research easier, and we can have conversations that are extremely transformative and perhaps can be very, it's kind of like a truth hurts situation. Perhaps we could be revealing some major truths and that is going to create some major transformation. And then on November 9th, Venus in Scorpio squares Jupiter in Leo. So there may be some tensions that arise in relationships where perhaps there's been a bit of over dramatization in some ways, or maybe too many expectations, something like that. Venus in Scorpio is going to be asking us to get more real in our relationships and be more of who we are at a deeper level in our relationships. Jupiter in Leo isn't necessarily, at that deep emotional level. Jupiter in Leo is more about having a good time and wanting to expand and romance and fun and perhaps a bit of exaggerativeness. Yeah, I guess so. All right. So Jupiter in Leo just maybe prone to excess there. And I can see it having maybe too high of expectations in romance. Venus in Scorpio just really wants the truth and wants things to be, a bit more at that deeper level than that. So there may be tensions when it comes to maybe frivolity and wanting the truth. All right. November 10th, the moon moves into Cancer and creates a grand trine with Mercury in Scorpio and Neptune in Pisces. So, our emotions are really being stirred up once more. Mercury in Scorpio is really helping us to communicate these things, and Neptune is helping us to become more aware of what is going on under the surface, both collectively as well as when it comes to other people and ourselves. So paying attention to your dreams, noticing what's going on with your dreams, and perhaps you'll have more vivid dreams. I've definitely been having more vivid dreams lately. And writing down those dreams could help you analyze what's going on with you at an unconscious level, which can help you to, obviously become more aware of it and perhaps even communicate it when it comes to your relationships, perhaps, because the moon sort of is involved there. But basically, emotions are going to be coming to the surface, and intuitive insights, and also, what is going on with other people will definitely become more apparent to you. And, you'll understand the motives of other people and even your own unconscious motivations, which can be very transformative to both where you're going and your conscious mind, and just really understanding what is actually happening under the surface in your life. And yeah. All right. Mars conjuncts Pluto in Capricorn exactly on that day. And this is just like some major bursts of energy. Major changes could be made during this time. Major strides in your career can be made. Just there's going to be a confrontation of what's been really brewing under the surface for the longest time here with Pluto and Capricorn, that there's going to be no avoiding it at this point. It's okay, this is what needs to be done, and you're going to end up doing that. So good or bad, depends on how you look at it. Changes will be made. All right. Moon in Cancer opposes Mars and Pluto in Capricorn, and they all square Uranus and Aries, creating a T-square. So there it is with the Moon in Cancer, creating more tensions there. What has been happening with you emotionally is definitely going to be showing up that day when Mars conjunct Pluto happens, because the moon in Cancer is going to be opposing that. And it's like, how you've really been feeling is going to become way more apparent to you. It's going to probably be, kind of intense. And then the Uranus in Aries is like, all right, changes must be made. You must become more free to do what you want to do, or become more independent, something like that. Yeah, especially with Mars involved. Independence is called for here. There's going to be like, it could even be like some power struggles come to the surface as well. There's going to be confrontations that happen. There's going to be, and not necessarily all of this is going to happen to you, but some of this may happen to you. So yeah, there's going to be some stuff happening. Things becoming apparent. All right. And changes being made. All right, November 11th. Mercury in Scorpio trines Neptune in Pisces. This is going to help us to really dig into what is going on with us unconsciously, what is going on with us at an intuitive level, at a dream state level, what is going on with other people. And communication may get a bit wonky to a degree because Neptune tends to brush over details and make things a bit more confusing. But as long as you're really tuning into your intuition and being clear about what you mean, then you should be fine. And you can really definitely have conversations that get to the heart of the matter when it comes to what you're feeling. It also is good for sorting out things when it comes to shared resources and, sharing things, what's mine is ours kind of feeling is going on. And you can kind of deal with some of those details a little easier at this time because of Mercury being there. Neptune does not help that at all, but Mercury at least is there. So I don't know. I guess you could go either way with that, I suppose. But yeah, more conversations about these things could come up at the very least, and more understanding at that emotional level. And you may even be able to read other people's minds a little easier, and telepathic communication could occur as well. All those things. Writing down your dreams. Good idea. Good plan. Okay, November 12th. The moon moves into Leo. So, hey, maybe we can have fun on that day. It's good for nurturing your creativity as well as your children. And definitely is great for, enjoying like a little bit of drama, perhaps, whether it comes to, the television or watching a drama or something like that. Being more dramatic could occur, good or bad, right? All right, Mars in Capricorn sextiles Chiron in Pisces. Yeah, confronting some issues head on. Confronting old wounds head on. Really just taking it, taking the bull by the horns and just being like, yeah, I'm going to let that go for, once and for all. And you may feel like, it's like you overcome something. You overcome something that's been holding you back. Exercise is another great way to help yourself feel better. If you're feeling a bit on the more emotional side, then going out and exercising it all away. Obviously, you don't want to overdo it, but just taking a good walk or a good run, or maybe even dancing or whatever it is you like to do for exercise, that would be a good plan to help you get past any old emotional wounds. All right, Venus conjunct Saturn in Scorpio. So, yeah, the weight of responsibility kind of is coming upon our relationships at this time. Perhaps about shared resources. Some of that may be coming up for us. So, definitely want to do what you can to take responsibility in the situation and do what you can to perhaps be more conservative about shared resources. Also, letting go of whatever is not needed in the situation, whether it's, you know, over, with the whole excess thing going on, Jupiter and Leo. Obviously, with Saturn squaring that, or it's coming up, it's not exact yet. It's going to be like, just letting go of the excess stuff, maybe going out to eat too much or having too much fun or whatever it is, just paring back on things. And that weight of responsibility should be eased up if you do that. So also just taking care of business, doing your part in the situation. All right, Mars in Capricorn squares Uranus and Aries. So, serious independence at work. You're going to want to take action when it comes to plans in your career that you've had, taking action on any of that stuff. And just really making sure to do that and to exercise plenty. If you do not, then you may feel restless, and there could be sudden bursts of whether it's tempers or just sudden bursts of energy that may be misplaced. Try to utilize the energy that is coming in right now for any goals you might have, and trying to get too crazy. Okay. Have an awesome week, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment if you do. And I'll see you soon.